into some mobility and stretches that you can integrate into your running program. So after you've maybe done a little bit of release, got yourself warmed up, we can then get into our side stretch. So loosen off our back a little bit. So reach up with one hand, push the hips across to the opposite side, and feel a nice lengthening through our side. So reach up with the hand to the ceiling, coming across, creating that C shape, and feeling that pulling. Again, opposite side, left hand up, coming to the right. You can hold these for anything up to 30 seconds. Then we can move on to doing some squats to try and improve our hip, knee, ankle mobility. So we're going to get into the deep squat. So sitting down into that deep squat position. You can hold on to a bit of furniture if you're feeling a bit unstable. You can open your hips to what feels comfortable. If you need to go slightly wider, depending on how you feel. And we're just going to sit in this position, if we can, for 20 to 30 seconds, even up to a minute if you've got the mobility and it's not uncomfortable. It's a really good exercise to get our ankles, knees and hips moving and have that little bit more mobility before we go running. We'll follow up into working into our hip flexors. So we can have, if we're going to stretch our right hip flexor, we're going to go into almost like a bit like a reverse lunge. So the right knee drops down to the floor, and you should feel, if you tilt your tailbone in a little bit, you'll feel an increased stretch through the front of that thigh. That gets a really nice stretch into there. If you feel you want to go a little bit further, you can slide your foot back a bit, bring your front leg a bit more forwards and go a bit lower. Another option would be to reach up with your hand, reach to the ceiling, really get that length through the front of your hip. So you can do that on both sides. A third exercise which I really like to do is a hip mobility where we call it window wipers. So feet are on the floor and just taking our knees from side to side. You can say third and fourth. So we have our side stretches we've done. Work a little bit of spinal mobility, hip mobility through our squats and our ankles. Then we're getting our hip flexors through our posterior lunge, hip flexor stretch, and then just finishing up to get a little bit of that internal rotation in our hips, feeling it through our lower backs a little bit, and just getting everything loosened up a little bit before we go on to our third part of the warm-up, which will involve a little bit of activation and strength work.